And good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Proficiency Bonus YouTube channel. for some OMEN, a death and space RPG adventure, here live with all my friends. Welcome, friends.
Hello.
We are going to announce our sponsors, but because our streaming chat bot is having a tood right now, we will not be able to share the links, but you can go search them on Google, and I guarantee you can find them via that route. But we would like to thank Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for all. I bet you guys are going to type it in, and all of a sudden it's just going to magically work. No, it's not. Sorry. We were holding on to hope. But we do want to thank Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for all their support and for sponsoring this channel. And if you go visit their storefronts and websites, you can go buy some really cool RPG related gear. And at Little Dragon Corp, if you use the coupon code BONUS, you'll get 15% off of your order just for hanging out with us. So make sure you drop by and order some cool things and tell them we sent you. We don't really have any other special announcements going on for right this moment. I do want to announce something very quickly while I have some for some YouTube traction, is that on this Saturday at 5 p.m. I'm going to be running some people who have never played D&D before through a one-shot adventure here at my house for charity. It's going to be some teacher friends of mine. That was an interesting conversation, walking up to me and saying, "Hey, have you heard of Dungeons and Dragons?" And they're like, kinda? You want to play? So it's going to be fun. I can't wait to have them here and to run them through the gauntlet. We're going to be running through a one-shot that I wrote, so it'll be fun. So come and hang out with us and give to charity. We're going to raise some money for Extra Life, because it is Extra Life game day that day. November 6th. So, November 5th. Excuse me. Saturday's the 5th. We're going to be doing some charity fundraising that day. Anybody else have anything special? Any announcements that we need to get out of the way before we dive in?
I ate all my candy. All my daughter's candy. It was good.
Oh, you ate all your daughter's candy?
That's mean.
I'm not gonna lie, I had about a handful and a half of my son's earlier before stream tonight, so I'm a little jittery and I'm on a little bit of a sugar high. So here we go. Well, let's dive in tonight. You have all made your way to the surface of the moon Inauro, and you guys are on this kind of yellowish, desolate wasteland of a planet that's been exploited and mined for these gemstones. This was kind of the core, the root of what sprung the war that came to an end 10 years ago. Of course, this landscape has definitely changed over the course of time. Now you guys made your way here. You had spoken to an individual named, which I have here, Naldi Liamson, who has hired you guys to do some mining work. 4 of you chose to do some deep delving into Sector 4, which you all got warnings from Devlin that might be pretty dangerous down there. And Devlin decided that he was going to stick to Sector 3. And that was where we ended last time. And now we're going to start right back with you guys kind of on the ship, getting your things together, and having a little bit of moment to kind of talk about your future decisions and events. So I'm just going to back out of the way and let you guys do a little role playing to start us off tonight.
So the plan is to go down the mines, right? Now, Mante, stay awake. We need you on this one.
Okay, Manta, you can sleep. Don't listen to him. Sleep is very important to one's body.
I'm getting mixed signals. I don't know what to do.
What do you want to do?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Sleeping is nice. But also, I mean, I think it is a good idea that we I don't know, have talk about what we're planning on doing.
We already fill out those contracts and let them know that we're gonna go in the below sector place thing.
I think you have. Yeah, you kind
Yeah.
of. I believe you guys did that before
Cool.
we end the session. So.
Cool. Oh, this is exciting stuff, everyone.
What do
So
we
do
think
we-
we're gonna find down there?
Aliens.
I hope so.
You want to find aliens down there?
Yeah. You don't want to find aliens?
I mean, technically, aren't everybody aliens though?
Oh,
Are
maybe
you on
we're
your
just
home world?
dancers. I don't know. I don't remember. I wasn't born in the world, I think. I was born in, like, spacey space.
Well, I think we're all technically aliens. I mean, we're finding a whole bunch of aliens.
Deep. Very.
Just hope there's nothing down there that will harm us.
Yes, I agree. That would be awful.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Were we told if we could take weapons down there, or
You weren't really given any instructions on that. There wasn't anything in the contract that said you couldn't.
well, I'm gonna take my pistol. Just
In
be
case.
safe.
That's alright. I'll take my little dagger too. If anything, maybe I can get an alien's eye and stab it out.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my new collection. Eyes.
I mean, that's an interesting collection. Do you have like a little jar with like some kind of liquid that preserves them, or
Dang
they're
it.
just gonna get all like raisiny?
And now you make a good point. I don't have a liquid jar. Maybe I should collect something a little like simpler to preserve, like toenails or something.
I vote for toenail.
I don't know if that's any less like weird though. Other people's toenails is kind of weird.
What about teeth?
That's
that
also
weird?
weird. I think collecting any other body parts of other people though is kind of just weird in general. To be fair,
But that's how I lost my little pinky.
someone
To a
else's.
collector.
Oh,
During the war, though, I don't remember it well. It was very painful.
do you want to go get it back? We could probably hunt this individual down.
A chuffer for a pinky? Come on. And especially
even
because of
read-
crew.
Probably can't reattach it by now, but
Yeah.
All right, so talk me through something.
Mhm.
sure.
We spent 25 minutes going over a wonderful, terrific idea. And then last second, you all decided the worst possible idea and all chose to go down to where I said we shouldn't go until we get more information about it. I just want to just clarify that real quick.
Mhm.
Yes, I think that's what happened. Do you want to join us? It might not be too late.
Yeah, we could all go down there.
Can't. Just,
I mean, it's other people wanted to go down, and then so I was just like, I don't want them to go alone, so I'll just backing them up.
but we can go tomorrow or the day after we get information.
Yeah, but like, what if something bad happens? Like, let's say these people like really hate us after one day and they want us to leave, and we'll never find out what's down there. Saying.
She has
Very
a
true.
point. She has a point.
People do tend to hate us.
That is true. We make enemies really easily. I don't think we have any friends besides like us. It's really sad. We're like the most antisocial group in the galaxy. That should be our name, the antisocials.
I was trying to go through people that we've met, and then basically all of them don't like us anymore.
Yeah. Either don't like us or they're dead or,
In jail.
they're- Yeah, or in jail or they're sending things after us. Who knows?
Yeah.
We have 0 friends right now.
That's not true. We
But-
each have 4.
To your point of what information would make a difference on whether we go down there.
Whether or not there's creatures down there, whether or not there's basically tectonic shifts, whether or not there's not necessarily landslides, but like rock falls, cave collapse-ins. Just getting that general information of what you need to prepare before you even go down there. What equipment do you need? Because if it all is just aliens down there and different monsters down there, well, then that's a different story. We take a lot of weapons, it makes it easier. If it's cave-ins, tectonic shifts, the ground just falls out from under you, the top just caves in on down on you, then we need rocks, materials, shovels, things to avoid that, and we can lighten our load based on what we know that's down there.
Do we even know if we can change our jobs after we pick one?
I didn't see anything. I just saw per day, deciding on what we wanted to do that day, it seemed like.
Yeah.
It seems like there's enough positions open that they wouldn't care if you flip-flopped contracts.
Cool.
Because who knows if you'll be there the next day.
It sounds
It's
like,
a place that has the now hiring sign permanently taped to the door.
Probably, yeah.
Nice.
See, Dev, it sounds like we really need you then, since you are the
Expert.
person that knows all this stuff. Yes, expert. So why don't you change and go down with us? Be a team.
I will stick to my strategy and I will gather information on the top and the nice safe comfort of level 3 while getting 15 coins and gathering some information. And who knows, maybe I'll be able to find someone that we can flip or use or become friends with.
Like Brady.
Brady, such a good guy.
This is a
Oh, I tried.
completely different strategy for this group. I am stunned.
But
I'm gonna hold fast to my original. All risk.
I will
I
too.
do-
Yep.
I do like going all in. And then, if things get really bad, that's okay. Death comes for all of us eventually.
That's true. I'm okay with going.
All right, well,
Excuse me.
at least the ship is still registered to my hand, so if you guys don't take it back, I can still take off and, if I have to, nuke it from orbit.
Do you have a nuke?
No, just a saying I heard one time from
Oh.
somewhere. I think I read it in a book.
What was the name of the book?
I don't know. It was only half a book. I think it was like
Oh.
3 or 4 pages, and like everything else was kind of washed out.
That book, yes, that.
I don't know, but that quote has stuck with me.
Good quote.
Well, if you don't hear from us ever again, we will live on in your memory.
I will not.
It's kind of like a figure of speech. Anyways,
Oh.
He could use your video game. He could live
Yeah.
on in the memory.
Oh no! I need the video game. What if we get stuck down there for like forever and then we have nothing to do? At least we can be happy in the video game area
that is true.
until we lose our sanity and then we, slowly eat ourselves or something.
The more we talk about it, the more time we waste.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, we don't want to
what's
be
in there.
we don't want to be late for our first day of our job.
First day of the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's a team.
So, you guys are gathering your things. So, I know Manta said he was taking his pistol. Is everybody else packing
I
up
think
your
I'm-
weapons and taking your stuff with you? Okay.
I'm basically taking all of my belongings. So fusion welder, electric multi-tool, all that stuff.
Okay.
So
Excellent. You guys make your way back into the mining complex, where you approach the main reception desk area. It's very easy. They kind of already have kind of confirmation of your turned in via text, basically your contracts where you guys communicated from the OMEN to there. And you see this kind of woman behind the reception desk kind of comes over, and as all of you come to the reception desk, she starts kind of handing out cards and to each of you. Devlin's is distinctly different than all of the rest of yours. So you can see that for the contracts that you sign up for, you're given certain clearances to certain levels. So basically, Devlin, yours is basically only good for the first 3 levels. Everybody else's is good for the deep delve. She kind of looks at all 4 of you and smiles, the ones that you're kind of going down to the deep sector 4. She just kind of smiles and says, good luck down there. And then just walks away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And heads on back and starts typing out on a computer back there some other information. I mean, it's bustling. There's people here. There's, different alien species of humanoids that seem to be moving about throughout here. It looks like some of them are walking out kind of just filthy, covered in dirt. You see some of them have what look to be yellowish and or suits that are more like, they used to probably be white, but now kind of look more gray with these yellow stripes that kind of go down the sides and the sides of the legs into like these massive rubber-like boots. Devlin, you would probably recognize this as kind of standard mining equipment. And it looks like they're all kind of given the same outfittings whenever they go down. You guys do see that off to the side there is a open door, and above is a glowing sign that does say Outfitter to get prepared. And you guys also see signs that point in the direction of a hallway that says Mineshaft Elevator.
Does the elevator go down like all floors, or is it like specifically for floor 4?
From where you're at and what you see right now, you guys are not sure. You'd either have to ask somebody walking around or find an NPC or go see for yourself.
I'm guessing for us that are mining on like 1 through 3, we'd be given like a jackhammer or something of some sort to kind of like get through and actually mine through.
Sure, you can go visit the outfitter and see what you got.
All right. Then I'm making my way over to the outfitter to see what I got.
All right.
We
So
should probably go there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta need it.
So, visiting the outfitter, first thing that you notice is basically there are some very cheap looking AI units that are piecemealed together, welded in different ways, look like junk units that are basically just there to help to outfit you with your materials that you would need. There's the first one that you come into contact, basically like, as soon as you walk in, Devlin, you're met with like something holding a suit up to the front of your body. And it goes, and then puts it over its shoulder, and then all of a sudden it disappears behind a corner and comes back out with another one and holds it up to your body, and then goes, and then throws it over your shoulder. And basically you keep on walking. It's like this hallway with all these like little openings on the sides, and all these little AI junk units are coming out and like giving you kind of options on things that you could have. One of them pulls out, after the suit, pulls out this, it's kind of a, I've seen it in a movie once, but I can't remember what movie. But it's like a hooded mask type thing that has a plastic coating over the whole thing. But it's not like a helmet or anything. It's just like this thing you pull over, and it has this mask there. Also, you can tell on the mask it can hook up to a respirator unit, so you can have some fresh air as you're going down there. Another unit like brings out this little thing to put on your head, and it's like this ring, and on the sides has these 2 really bright lights that shine ahead of you. So you guys have lighting down there as well. You're fitted with nice boots that also have kind of like these metallic, almost like cleats at the bottom that you can really stick in to the earth with, if you needed to use that. And then they bring out these things that are called, you overhear like the AI units and some of the people in here calling them cheese graters. That's what they call them. And while you're in if you are in Roll20, I will show you a handout of what a cheese grater looks like. So I'm gonna show to players, show to everyone. Do you guys see this this thing?
Yeah.
That's a cheese grater.
That's cool.
That is that's a mining tool for down here in the mines. I'll make it bigger so maybe our friends at home can see a little bit better too. Basically per squad, you're given the option of this a handheld meter. It looks like it's like some type of futuristic gauge. It has a digital screen on it. I mean, it looks like it's used to kind of like, almost like, you know, if you were scanning for like radiation or anything like that, you could pick up different like elements or things that were in the atmosphere or whatever with this meter. But they only give one of those meters per group. So the 4 of you will get one, and Devlin can take one if he'd like to take one.
I will absolutely take one.
Okay. I don't have an image for that, but you have to imagine like an old, it's kind of a mix. It's a little bit smaller than what they use in Alien to sense motion. It's kind of like that, but it has a more futuristic screen on it and looks a little bit fancier, a little bit more high tech than what they used for that.
So is that one only doing like air quality, kind of like a canary? Or
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
also scan like the rock to be able to tell you what material it is?
It looks like it has 2 modes. It can switch between the 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can write down that you have that scanner, and each of you, if you'd like, you don't have to take a cheese grater if you don't want to. They do have other traditional mining tools, like they do have like just standard, like looks like pickaxes and stuff like that you can take down there. But it looks like most people take the cheese graters.
How much does a cheese grater weigh?
It costs for 2 item slots. Because it's kind of heavy. And it's bulky. It takes 2 hands to hold on to. Mm-hmm. The scanner only counts for 1 item slot.
How many item slots do you have again?
I believe it's your body plus something.
I have 14, so...
It was in when we were...
12 plus body is item.
12 plus body? Okay. Well, there you go. 12.
I will not take one.
Not take one what?
I will not take a cheese grater.
Not take a cheese grater? Okay. If you want just a standard mining pickaxe, you can take one of those for 1 item slot.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take a standard pickaxe.
All right, you got it.
I guess I'll take one. Yep. Okay.
And after going through outfitting, you guys feel pretty confident. I mean, Devlin, you know, the stuff isn't the greatest in the world, but it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, this equipment's pretty good. It's nothing special, but it'll get the job done.
Oh,
I look over at you guys.
One thing
So,
I did forget to mention about the suits is the suits have on the side, there is a camera with a microphone that constantly records while you're on duty. It's kind of like you know, a police
Body camera.
body cam. Okay, so they do have, they all have those.
would it be like kind of loose, like the police, where there's a wire attached to it?
It is,
Or is it like a little bit more like sophisticated, where it's kind of like built in a little bit more?
I mean, it's built in a little bit more, but there's nothing saying that you couldn't, like, with
Oh,
a little
no, I
bit,
tripped and
a
fell.
little bit of tweaking, you could probably do something to it. Yes.
We cannot use these for communication.
Well, you can. There is a way you have this helmet on, this respirator. There is a way that you can communicate between each other. There is communication that
Oh,
way.
a
So
walkie.
yeah, it's like a walkie. There's like a comm in each one of them that you guys can communicate with each other. Unfortunately, you overhear some people in this outfitting saying that the farther you go down, the more unreliable all this technology is.
Mhm.
Figured as much.
So excited.
We got this, guys. There's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, sure.
Nothing at all.
So, are we ready to go?
I'm ready to go. We need to find out if those elevators takes us all the way down there, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Um,
Maybe we can ask somebody.
We do not need to. I have already been.
Hey Joe, could you check your microphone? For some reason, it keeps on like cutting out, like right at the end of your phrases. I'm not sure why. Is that happening to everybody else too?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, my computer's fans are acting up right now, so if you hear the fans in the background, I'm sorry.
all good.
Yeah, but I've already been there. Velocity loss feature, I've already been there. Once per session, I can ask the DM for directions.
Oh, nice. So, yeah, you get this strange sense of deja vu. And you can almost like see this elevator. And this elevator is actually quite massive. It's a 3-story tall elevator.
Ooh.
So it's like 3 floors. You can enter it on like 3 different levels. And it looks like on the second level is where you have this strange vision of a strange individual who actually pilots the elevator. And the individual has this metal shiny helmet that has this reflective visor that just goes over his eyes. His nose peeks out. His really like chiseled chin sticks out the bottom. His mouth almost looks like it's bigger than probably should be. And there's this massive cigar like sticking out of his mouth, and fluffy kind of blackened hair that floofs out the back of his helmet. He's wearing a big cape, and he's wearing shards of metallic armor. Some of it's really shiny and nice and new, and some of it looks dented and crappy. Like it's like, you know how in the have you guys seen the Mandalorian series? Like how he starts to like replace some of his armor. Like it looks like that. Like it looks like some of it's new and some of it's really old and dirty and nasty. But that's kind of like the idea that you get from this sense of deja vu, like you've been here before.
Yeah, so.
And
this
you
will take us where we need to
and you know you need that's exactly where you need to go to get to where you guys are going. So.
go. Right this way, y'all. And I do air quotes to say, "Trust me."
Oh,
I
God.
trust you.
100%.
So you guys are outfitted and carrying all your mining equipment to the elevator. You walk down the hall and make a left-hand turn to see that this area opens up, and you can see down below there's like you can go down these metal grating steps to a bottom area that looks like there is kind of like a little makeshift bar set up in one corner where there's a couple people who just got off a shift. They're like sitting there and having beverages. And it looks like there's just all these people like gathered around down in this area. The second main floor, the metal grating that you're standing on kind of opens up, and it has a little waiting area right there in front of these 2 sliding massive metallic doors. And you can see above you, there's actually ladders that lead up, and there's another level up above. You can't really see too much of like what's up there, but you can see through the metal grating in the floor that there's another waiting area and the top floor of the elevator shaft entrance.
I would like to go over to the bar.
Okay, so you're gonna walk down
And-
the steps to the first floor, basically,
I'm
in
gonna-
this place. And okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up there and I'm going to ask the guy, do you have any containers of moonshine?
Do we? Absolutely. What kind would you like?
I'll take 2 white lightning.
Cool. 2 white lightning coming right up. He kind of
And
disappears, and gets So you just getting 2 drinks, or you want 2 bottles?
Like I would imagine like flasks worth,
Flask worth. Okay.
because it's 4 hollows per. So I assume it's.
Okay.
I assume that's probably just like
Yeah.
8 for
Yeah.
for both.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like he brings them over, slides them over to you. He slides over this digital currency reader that you can insert your hollow card in, and you can pay for your 8 hollows. There is a thing where before you can pull the hollow card out, though, it does ask you for a tip, and you get to apply that number in before you can pull the hollow card out.
I look at him, and I press 1. for a tip, and I say, thank you.
As he looks down and sees you press 1, he's just like, "Yeah, you're welcome." It just
I just take
smiles.
Put it right in my suit, and just go back up to where the elevator is.
He slides the reader over, walks over, and starts helping another customer sitting at the bar who's asking for a bit more beverages too. Devlin walks back up the steps after tucking something into his jacket and suit.
All right, you guys ready to roll?
Yeah. What'd you
Yeah.
do?
We're waiting for you.
He's collecting information.
And got some items that might help in gathering additional information.
Secret stuff.
Around these parts, it's gold.
And flammable.
That's how you know it's good.
So you guys hear this really loud screeching noise coming from the other side of these massive doors that you're waiting in front of. And there's a big group of people kind of waiting in front of the doors, and you can see down below there's like a big group starting to gather below too, wearing what looks to be cleaner attire, cleaner mining gear than some of the ones that are standing around. Looks like they've had a long shift, just getting off of that. This loud screeching sound all of a sudden gets louder and louder, and then all of a sudden you hear just these clanking noises, just all of a sudden from behind these massive doors. And then the massive doors just start going, and you hear all 3 levels of doors opening up. Imagine like a 4 or 5 car garage with one massive door on it that slides open. That's what each of these are. It's a massive elevator. And it opens up, and excitedly, out onto the second floor, hops this individual, Noah, who just, oh my gosh, you've seen this guy before. It's the metallic hat with the helmet with this visor, and comes out with this. It's a real cigar, not an e-cigar. This is a real one. So this probably cost him some hollows. And you can tell it's one of those cigars that he only lights up a little bit, takes a few puffs, and then puts out to savor that thing for as long as he possibly can. And he comes out just with this massive laughter. Oh, I love my job. Looks like we got some noobs ready to head on down. What you looking at? And he looks over at somebody. And then they kind of like walk behind him to get into the elevator. Let's load up, everybody. It's time to take a dive.
Woo!
All right.
Ooh,
That's what I'm talking about. Some excitement.
His energy's kind of infectious.
very,
Let's
very
go.
cool.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
Me too.
You see that there? And he points to you, and he's like looking around at everybody who's all like scared and skittish. We need more of that. In this day and age. More of that. What's your name, anyway?
Sam.
Sam. That's a great name. You can call me Maroney.
Oh,
Manta.
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 Interesting. Well, welcome.
An interesting name too.
Oh, well, thank you. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be here. We're those noobs you were talking about.
Oh, I love noobs. They're so excited when they go down, and then they have broken spirits when they return. Oh!
That won't be us.
Yeah.
We're already broken.
Sure.
Oh.
Birds can't break.
We'll see.
You
We'll
can say
see.
we're all in.
All in.
All in.
Well.
Double or nothing, you know?
Nothing left to lose.
Oh, gamblers, huh? Oh, this is the
Well,
right place for
some
you.
of us are, and I'll point over to Don.
Why?
Sorry, like I said,
I played-
his energy's
Played 2
infectious.
games.
You like gambling, though, right? Sorry.
True. That's fine. Stay
Well,
over here.
I tell you, I'd do some gambling with you, but I love my job too much. I work all the time. Are you guys ready to ride?
I am, yes.
All right, go stand over there in those, you see those graded squares along the floor, and you can see there's like these lines of graded squares on the floor, like, and they have these awkwardly painted symbols on each one. It almost looks like they're numbered, but in like a strange alien language or something. You can see some of the people already kind of know what to do, and they're standing on some of those graded squares.
Baroni, I gotta ask you a question. I read once about these old-timey, like, things called, I think they were called amusement parks, that had these, like, big elevators that go up and just drop you. Should we, like, raise our hands as we're going down, or is this more like a slow fall kind of thing?
Oh, if you're enjoying it, then raise your hands. By all means.
All right, cool.
I mean, I love it. Every single time.
Awesome.
It's the first time I see Manta all excited about anything.
Like I said, he's just really infectious.
Free. He's like super pumped for all these things, so it makes me kind of pumped too.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. My hands are up. I'm standing on one of the things, hands up.
I'll do the same thing.
Man, the hands are up. A couple people around you are just like, what the hell is he doing? That's but you're
Take us for a ride, Brody.
You got it. And you see him, like, he hops up into this chair that sits at this command station that you guys can all just see into. Like, it's not enclosed. It's like this chair in the front middle of the chamber. And he's just sitting there, and he has these controls that kind of just start going, like, popping up beside him. Some out of the floor, some out of the ceiling area that just kind of come down. And there's this one that comes down, and it's like this massive, like, you know, in the old cartoons, whenever there's like somebody goes to give it like floor any kind of vehicle, and it has this like pull, and you go, and they just like do that. He has one of those things in front of him. Also, like this little miniature keyboard kind of pops up, and he starts typing some things in. He starts like pressing on a digital screen, a touch screen that he has in there. You can see it, like it's static. There's static a few times, like while he's touching it. Like he'll touch it and you'll see static, and then you'll hear him mumble under his breath a few times, and then like start pressing a few more buttons. Then he goes over and hits a couple more buttons and saying, "All right, everyone, make sure your feet are in place. Gravity binders connected in 3, 2, 1." Damn it!
Oh,
Nothing happens. You guys are just standing there.
1 second, guys.
And,
Hold on.
oh, he's up back there. Hold on a second.
Oh.
He starts typing something in, and you guys can see, probably Andronima can see over this guy's shoulder, standing near him, and it looks as if there's like this digital map of the elevator on the screen, and the top layer is green and the bottom layer is green, but for some reason the middle layer is flashing red. Damn gravity binders, they were supposed to fix those last night. What is going on? Give me 1 minute. And he starts like, you see him kind of like punching some numbers and stuff, and then all of a sudden you hear, "Yeah, Maroney, what you need?" "Squawks, I had told you that the gravity binders on level 2 of the elevator were malfunctioning. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. What is going on?" And Squawks is like, "Hey, Tanner from maintenance fixed those yesterday. They should be working." "Well, they're not. Okay, and I'm ready to take down these. Hey, listen, I got some noobs that are really excited about being down there. Okay? You want good publicity. You want people to come work for you. It's time to get people excited, you know? Listen, Maroney, we've been through this. I'm here to do my job. Okay? Tanner said he fixed it. It's on the files as fixed. It should be fixed. If it's not working, go to plan B. Use your emergency signal systems and just get on with it. Whatever, but I'm gonna file another report. And you hear him kind of like close this conversation off, and he's like, he turns around, looks right at you, Manta. He's like, I'm so sorry to have to do this to you, sir. I know you're really excited, but you're not gonna have any free arms anymore.
Aww.
We have to use our backup system. Our gravity binders aren't binding you to the floor. So we're going to use these. And he just walks out and he just punches a button. All of a sudden, this thing kind of drops from the ceiling from each of you. And it's like this metal bar that you just like hold on to.
Oh.
I would go up to Maroney and ask him, how long have you had trouble with these binders on level 2?
Make a savvy check for me.
Which one was the good one? I'm actually going to use a void point on top of this.
Oh, nice. Go ahead. Void point.
All right, let me get rid of that. All right. Here we go. Come on. I got a 15 with a -1, so 14.
14 is a success. He goes under his breath. He's trying to make it so it's not so loud that everybody can hear, but he's talking to you. He's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. This elevator's a hunk of crap. And it malfunctions all the time. But they keep hiring these people who have no idea what they're doing.
Well, I have my toolbox. I'm more than happy to work on repairing it. Just we would have to get my contract switched. I don't know if I'm allowed to be a repairer, but I do this type of work all the time.
Hey, you think you can just take a look at it real fast and see if we can take care of it?
You point me in the right direction. I don't know how long it'll take.
See
but
that?
at least I can take a
See
look.
that panel in the back bottom corner, right over there?
Yep.
Go take that cover off that panel, and see
right.
that's where the electronics for the gravity binders for this floor are. All right. So what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and, well, actually, when you open it and you start looking through, you can see that there's one broken wiring harness inside here, and a couple of the wires are just not connected to it. And you're pretty sure that that's the problem. But go ahead and also, I would like you, since you're really are you really kind of inspecting this and looking through it, and
Yeah.
you go ahead and make a roll for perception. I think is still savvy.
Yes.
So go ahead and make an additional savvy check for this, because your first savvy check was just to kind of get the information from him. This one's going to be more of like an investigation type thing, as you're perceiving.
All right, I'm using another void point.
Ooh, here we go, using those void points up. That's right.
I'm still negative, so my rolls are a 2 and a 4.
Oh no. A 2 and a 4. I need you to roll a d6 for me. How many void points do you have?
I have 2 more.
Okay, so you had 3 before you spent, right?
I had, before that
Okay.
last one, I had 3 left.
Okay, go ahead and
So I
roll.
need a d6. All right. A 2.
A 2. Oh boy.
Oh no.
1d6. If the result is equal to or lower than the current amount of void points after the spend, roll a void corruption effect. Roll a d20 for me, Devlin.
Oh, all right. I'm going with my bad die again on this one. A 12.
A 12.
Oh man.
Write down this on your character sheet just as a note, just so I don't
All right.
forget that you have this. When you try to sleep, you see through someone else's eyes.
Interesting.
Got it.
But yeah, it looks like a broken wiring harness that's just hasn't been repaired properly.
Then not seeing anything else, I would say, yeah, I can probably fix this real quick. Let me give it a shot. And then I would go to try and repair it.
Okay, what you think of when you're looking at this is your best bet. It looks like it does need a new harness, which you probably don't have because you don't have the parts to do it.
Okay.
But you do know some people that have some duct tape. And you have a strong feeling that some duct tape might temporarily fix this for maybe a few days.
Well, this is going to need a new harness, but I can do a quick fix on this if that works for you.
Hey, anything to get this elevator moving, you go for it.
Hey, man, so you still got that duct tape over there?
Of course. Go like look through my bag. Here you go. I just throw the duct tape to him.
And I just start going to town with the duct tape, wrapping it up, trying to get everything connected, lined up.
Within 7 to 10 minutes, Devlin...
Half that because of my skill.
5 to 3 minutes. Devlin's like wrapping this wiring harness, putting wires back in place. And all of a sudden you hear some beeping coming from that console that Maroney uses to pilot the elevator. And the red blinking area on the map that he was using turns to green.
How's it look?
It looks like we're good to go. Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody get on the grid. Here we go.
Good job, Dev.
Putting the panel back on, walking over, and then finally get my feet into place.
Okay, he types some stuff out. The bars that were hanging down simultaneously all come up. They all came down at the same time. It's kind of like when you're on an airplane and like this stuff would all fall down, like if there was an emergency. It all kind of just goes up and folds back up into the floor of the first level. And then all of a sudden you guys feel this gravitational pull on the bottom of your feet as these gravity binders are connecting you into your feet. Basically, you're standing there and you can't like move your feet. Like you can't walk off of these right now. You're just like stuck to the floor.
Can you leave the bars down, perchance?
What was that? And then all of a sudden he cranks, he hits the crank, and all of a sudden it's like the bottom drops out. Like you guys just go, ah! Then you can hear like this scraping and grinding coming from the outside, and you can hear Maroney the whole time. He's like in his seat, he's strapped in, and he's just gone, woo! The whole way as you guys are flying down. It's crazy. His helmet has this little strap that goes underneath, and his helmet's like pulling up a little bit to where you can almost see his eyes as you guys are just launching down this elevator shaft for what goes on for like a long time. You guys are just like flying. The elevator does come to a screeching halt that, like, as you guys are halting, you kind of do the automatic squat because of the pressure, like, as you guys are getting down there. And it stops at, like, Sector 1, and you see the doors open and people exiting from Sector 1. Then it closes again, and you can feel the drop again as this thing goes down. All the way to Sector 3, where it stops. And there's still a good group of people on the elevator. And all 3 of these doors open. The gravity binders are turned off by Maroney. And you see what seems to be the most people seem to exit on Sector 3. Maroney turns around. Sector 3! Enjoy your time!
I would run to the side and probably just throw up.
Make good choices. Be safe.
We'll see you later.
Maybe not.
And then I kind of clean myself up and I look at Maroney.
Maroney's like, I heard you, Dev, was it?
That's right.
They really need to have you hired on the maintenance crew.
Yep. If you,
I can put in a good word if you need it.
That would be great. Oh, I'm still nauseous. Sorry. Here, and I take out one of the moonshines and I hand it to him. And I go, I would appreciate that.
Woo-hoo! He looks at that and he takes it and he like tucks it into his armored coat that he's wearing. Oh yeah. Definitely. You're getting a letter of recommendation from me.
Appreciate that.
Fix the gravity binders on level 2 of the elevator. Man! Tanner's job's done. What a toady. How many of you are far space travelers? Or any of you like been out there in far space?
I'm an orbit vagabond.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm a Event Horizon diver.
So basically, what I want to ask is, if you've been like in the Iron Ring or near this moon like all your life, then this wouldn't apply to you. But if you came from a different system, if you are unsure, then you may have. It's just
I don't remember, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don? Okay.
I'm from a different.
So when he says toady, you think about something and you remember a story you heard that people called navies or deep travelers or people that go deep into space looking for salvage, looking for things, will sometimes come back and tell these like terrible stories of space horrors and things like that and all kinds of wacky stuff that it's hard to believe it's even true. A toady has a specific name. It's this very rare gargantuan frog-like creature, is what the stories say, that glides through space, searching for things to devour. Anything is considered food to them, and they digest nearly anything easily. Stories claim, and stories that you've heard, Dawn and maybe Andronima, maybe Devlin, is that stories claim that the only way to survive one's approach is by finding a way for the creature to see its own reflection. In doing so, once it does, it will flee in fear and burrow itself into a planet or moon and hide for thousands of years, after which it emerges to continue feeding. Some extremely superstitious space captains will pay high, hollow amounts to have their ship hulls polished to a high sheen for this exact reason. So, basically, a toady is kind of like, he's basically like, calling him a silly name, calling him a name, calling him like basically, they use that term a lot for like calling people scaredy cats or cowards and things like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, after that, I would just baby deer leg walk it off the ship, and then just kind of, once I'm off, I would kind of like go around the corner and like hold myself against the wall to kind of like compose myself again.
Okay. The doors violently slam shut behind you to the elevator, and then you just hear the woo of Manta as the rest of the crew goes flying down towards Sector 4. But we'll stick with you for a moment, Devlin. As you get off and after you're done hurling through the grated floor, which drips down below to God knows where, you hope there wasn't anybody standing under there. There's this large opening and you can see there's kind of like this hovering shuttle-like vehicle that's sitting in a lit chamber as soon as you get off of the sectors or the elevator.
Is there anyone in that vehicle?
It looks like there is an AI unit that is implanted into the unit.
Okay. I would walk up to the ship and then ask the AI if are there any new veins that haven't been reviewed yet?
There are always new veins to be reviewed and studied. We can head on to the sector substation where you can find more information.
That works. Let's go.
All right, so you step aboard. You can see there are several other people on the shuttle as well, and there was actually a shuttle that pulled up behind that shuttle, and looks like people were loading onto that too. Looks like this place gets a lot of traffic, and a lot more people are heading into this area. And with your mining experience, you do look around and you can see like the shafts that you're going to be going through. It looks like it's a mixture of stuff that's been here for a really long time. And then it looks like some areas have been patched with like newer material, like new metal clamps to help kind of support what is already there. So it does look a little makeshift. And it looks like somebody is doing the best that they can to keep everything going. Okay. The rest of you, finally the brakes screech on the elevator, and there's only a few of other people left on this elevator alongside you guys when it reaches level 4, sector 4, and the doors open. Final destination. Got some brave folks in here today.
Thank you for that entertaining ride. That was a lot of fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I get to do this all the time.
I know why you enjoy your job so much.
Well, maybe one day I can retire and pass it on to you.
Oh, that would be a dream come true.
Well, good luck out there and be careful.
Yeah, we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back. When is our shift over?
Oh, 8 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, something like
Yeah,
that.
we'll be back then.
Yeah.
Sounds
See you then,
good.
Barney.
We'll see you.
See you then.
Have a good time.
Step off the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you guys step off, the doors kind of violently slam behind you, and you're saying, I hate this part. And you hear this, like, grinding from behind you, like. Then all of a sudden, then you hear the elevator kind of move up the shaft.
Sounds like they need some oil or grease or something on those rails.
Yeah, the down part seemed fun, but I'm not gonna lie, the up part seems awful.
The down part was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Didn't look like Dev liked it though.
it didn't look like it.
So you guys see something a little bit different than Dev saw. You guys don't see shuttles waiting for you. You actually see what looks to be angled or more curved sliding glass and metallic doors that lead into what looks like some kind of substation. Looks like there's a lot of computer panels inside from what you can see through the glass. And it looks like there's kind of like a technical base or something like here right in front of you.
So should we look for somebody to see what we're supposed to be doing?
Supposed to be mining, so we better get to mining.
So we just pick a spot. We mine.
I think so. I mean, there usually is like a shift supervisor or a person like supervises everybody, I think.
There should
Isn't
be.
there? Yeah. There
Maybe
should be like
they're
a
in that
leader
little
or
building.
something. Oh yeah, let's go there. Let's go see.
So-
Down in.
As you guys approach the substation, the doors kind of open automatically, and you walk into this front. It's more like a octagon-shaped chamber, and to your right immediately you can see there is a red, long-haired female wearing more kind of, not like she's a miner, she's looking more like she has some kind of uniform on, and she looks extremely frustrated. She's wearing this headset over top of her head, and she's hitting some buttons, and she's like, Carlin, for the last time. Carlin, come in. She sees you guys opening doors. She's like, great. Look at this. Hey y'all, I'm Amy. It's nice to
Hi.
meet you. You all came at a great time. Here to do some mining, I believe, right?
You got it right.
Yeah, I got some of the the digital paperwork earlier, so it looks like we're all squared away. Look, so I've been trying to reach sub-level 4-3 station. Carlin won't answer me back. All I keep getting is static. And listen, I gotta get a response. I need to get the sub-levels Beth-the-Bill readings so I can turn those back in. We need those readings to the surface for the data storage. I gotta have them.
So you asking us to go kick it?
If you, I mean, I can't really send you out there until I get what I need to do done.
It sounds like we're going to get these and then we'll come back.
That would be fantastic. All right,
All in a day's work.
Now, if you head out, make a left right out of here. Head down. You're gonna see shaft A26. Make a left down that shaft. Go for quite a while. You're gonna run into a shuttle runner. Take the shuttle to substation 4-3.
A26 to 4-3.
Bingo.
2 left.
All right. Sounds easy enough.
And she goes back. She's like, Carlin. I tell you what. This place is old. I'm tired. I need a new job. And she just sits and slunks down into her chair.
You got, hold on. We just got here. You got us now. You don't need a new job. You just need a better team. And we are the better team.
We're the best team.
We are.
Exactly.
Well, this is good news. This is very good news. If you can get those Beth-the-Bill readings, I just need those to send topside. Those are very important to us.
Go get them readings, guys.
You can count on the noobs.
All right. Man. Maroney must be actually doing his job. Turns around.
Oh, Maroni's great.
Yeah.
Well,
That ride down was awesome. It got me pumped.
Well, I'm glad. Well, please don't delay. Please don't head on down there. I need those readings.
As fast as possible.
All right. Thank you. And you guys kind of start to trudge out of that, basically, substation area, heading down the hallways. Back up top, Sector 3, Devlin. What are you trying to? So you're currently on this hover shuttle that takes you takes you to a similar substation to what the group below was at. So you get off of this and you can see that there's another kind of substation here where a lot of people are going in. It looks like they're getting their directions and they're being pieced together with different groups to go to different mines and do different jobs. You arrive and you can see going through and kind of putting these things together is what looks to be an insect-like humanoid. He's got his name tag on that he's wearing and it says Crix. Crixx. And it looks like he's communicating with a lot of these people and he's starting to piece them into groups and assigning them mine veins to explore and head on to check out. He pulls aside what looks to be a human male, pulls him aside. He looks like he's got kind of a scruffy, hasn't shaved in a long time. It looks kind of dirty. Little bit of gray to his hair, and he's getting his stuff kind of put together. He's getting out his mining equipment. He also puts together a pair of a man and a woman who the man has very extremely short hair, reminiscent of what Noah has. He has some tattoos that you can see kind of coming up the back of his neck. The woman looks like she's got her dark hair kind of pulled back into a bun, and it looks like they're just... They look very nervous. Like, when you look at a miner, you don't see these people. These people are kind of out of place. But it looks like they're just kind of keeping themselves talking. But it looks like Crix has kind of put these three into a group. And he looks at you coming in, and he's like, a fourth. That's good. I'll put you over here. And he kind of slides you over towards that group. I think you'll be good for this team.
I just kind of look around the room and just trying to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that wouldn't be reminiscent of like a mining, like something that stands out.
Okay, make a savvy check for me.
-1 is a 9.
9. Okay, so that is considered a failure, so you gain a void point. Okay, and you don't see anything that, I mean, it looks standard operating mining substation.
Gotcha. Oh, did I
Yeah.
get it? Do I gain a void point also for failing that assessed?
You didn't because you used the void point
Oh, because I used
on
a
it.
void point.
Yeah, so
That's
you
right.
gained the void corruption. You didn't get a void
That's
point.
Yeah, and then I just basically just kind of look at the group and just say, where are we off to?
It looks like the individual, the male individual, kind of holds up. He hands you this like digital clipboard, and it has this kind of map that kind of leads to a vein in the mine. I guess we just got to follow this.
I look at it and I ask Crix, is this a new vein or an old vein?
Well, you know, it started out as old, and we just keep on digging, you know.
Has there been any issues like cave-ins or anything else that we should be careful of? So that way we can make sure that we keep making you guys money.
Well, it seems like these deeper veins, things get a little bit skittish at times. So if you notice anything strange, best to take a few steps back and head on back here.
Sounds good. Anything else I should be aware of? Any gas veins that pop out?
Not where you're going. You should be fine. There is some larger mining equipment in that area. You may want to check it out and see if it could be of use.
Appreciate that info. Looking forward to it.
Seems to me like you know what you're doing. You have an aura about yourself.
I've been in a mine once or twice.
That's good. We need more like you. And he seems to like almost skitter away from you as he goes to talk to like another group and give them kind of instructions. And the man that was with the woman that you were grouped up with kind of walks up to you and he's like, so is there gonna be like lots of gems down here, or?
To be honest, I have no idea. This is my first time down here and I haven't assessed a single thing. What about y'all?
Yeah, you know, I've been in mines before, but none like this. We just gotta find some gems, you know.
Totally get it. We'll do our best. Just, you know the rules, you know the routine. Play it safe, one by one.
Okay.
Keep the sensor on until we absolutely need it to switch to look for any type of material.
Okay. I'm Ace. And he holds out his hand.
Dev.
Dev, nice to meet you. This is my wife, Rose.
How you doing, ma'am?
She just kind of nods to you. She doesn't say a word.
And then kind of turn to the other guy.
E-Rock.
How do you spell that? That E or an I?
E-R-O-C-K.
Okay. I was like, is this one of those like I that's an E? Or... Pleasure. What about you?
Yeah.
Have you worked here before?
Some on the upper levels, but I'm trying to, maybe hopes that I might be able to find more down here. It's getting slim pickings up top.
I hear that.
I'll be honest, I want to go down to that Sector 4, but I just haven't garnered up the courage.
No worries. You can get more and more information, and we can maybe figure out what's down there by talking to a few people. I don't know if you've tried asking anyone upstairs if they've been down there.
Hey, listen, I got a question for you. Have you ever heard of a rock grub?
A rock grub?
Yeah.
Can't say I have. Is it like one of those little things that kind of
No, I heard they're a lot bigger than that.
like this?
Like the size of like 4 or 5 people. I don't know. Somebody just told me some stories about like Sector 4. And there can be some pretty strange shit down there.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure that's all just people making stuff up. You know how it goes. I'm scared of it, that's for sure. Well, until you have someone who's actually seen it firsthand, secondhand, it's just a myth. Okay. Well, seems like you know what you're doing too, so this should be easy pickings. Absolutely. And then I just take the moonshine out and crack it open. And take a swig and kind of pass it around to everybody. All right. E-Rock takes a swig, but the Ace and Rose decline. Okay. Let's go. Just to kind of calm your nerves and just kind of goodwill. All right. And you guys are left with this kind of digital map of the area which you're kind of indicating that you need to go to do your mining operation. You can see some of the other groups have already started heading on out, grouping together, and some of them are taking various shuttles to some of the locations. You guys actually have to get on a shuttle too to take you to where your main vein, where you guys are going to be doing your mining. Okay. So you head on there and you head on out, and then we're going to go back to Sector 4, where you guys have just gotten off of a shuttle. And you can see there is a mine shaft, and I'm going to change the background on your Roll20. And I'm going to... This is kind of like what these mines resemble a little bit. Rickety looking. Pieced together. Wires and cables that kind of hang around, helping illuminate the area with light. Metal pipes that seem to run alongside the walls and stuff. Some of them dripping. And you guys kind of walk down this mine shaft, this hall. It's eerily quiet.
Noah's gonna pull out that radiation tracker and see if there's any readings on it.
Okay. So you pull out the tracker and start taking readings, and the Bethabil reading that you're getting, which is what they're trying to get data for, it's pretty high. You yourself don't really know what that means, but
what the hell's a Bethabil? Maybe Dev had a point about gathering information.
Not tell him that though.
Sure, it's not very important. I'm sure we're fine.
Yeah, we're totally fine.
Yeah. Keep going. Let's look for these people that they told us to look for, right? I don't know. Weren't we supposed to look for somebody?
We're supposed to be heading towards another substation then to gather the readings from another person, yes. So I think we're going to head down this shaft.
Okay. So you guys keep on going. Eventually, kind of the mine shaft kind of curves a little bit, and you can see that there are some lights up ahead that are like flickering. And eventually you guys end up into an area that seems to open up, and there is what seems to be 2 sets of large doors, kind of like the elevator that you saw. And it looks like this substation is a lot larger than some of the miniature, like those other substations are just to kind of organize people and get them out. It looks like this substation was more of a place where people actually like did some work. Like materials would come into this place probably and be pre-processed before delivering them or going topside and things like that. This looks like a place where they actually worked on stuff. But it's this big kind of dome-shaped metallic building, and you can see that it clearly says Substation 4-3 on the side.
Head towards the doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys head towards the doors, and you can see that the one door on the left as you get closer seems to be ajar by about 4 feet.
I'm
Maybe,
going
like,
to pull out my pistol.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger.
Okay.
Okay, take my stuff out.
Noah reaches for his pistol but realizes he doesn't have it.
Oh, you left it on the Omen, didn't you?
Mhm.
Okay. And as Noah realizes that he reaches down and there's no pistol there, that's where we're going to take our break for the evening. All right, everybody. We're going to take about a 5 to 7 minute quick break so we can jump back into this, as we've got 2 different mining operation groups going on at once. Off to do some different jobs. And we'll see how the group deals with all this stuff when we get back. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you guys very soon. And welcome back, everyone. We are ready for the second half of episode 5 of OMEN, Death in Space RPG, right here, proficiency bonus. So, you guys are approaching this massive door. It seems to be ajar by about 4 feet. Some lights in the background are flickering, but most everything seems to be like running. It just doesn't sound or seem like any work is actually taking place right now. Like nothing is happening here. And you guys are getting your weapons out. Except for Noah, who realizes he left his on the ship. So what do you do?
Noah pulls out the cheese grater.
Yes.
Who's going first?
I will start walking towards the.
Oh no, he's gonna die.
Yeah, you all have noticed that Manta seems more energetic than normal, and is because he typically like walks the back because he's kind of he's a slow walker typically, and he's kind of like I guess we're walking now. But he's been like kind of like leading the pack now. And it's like the like I said the infectious energy of Maroni has energized him.
You've been inspired by the elevator
Yes.
pilot.
Mhm.
Yes. Love it. Okay, so you're gonna walk to the door.
I do the like clearing motion of.
Yeah,
see if
you
anybody's
you
inside.
looking inside. Make a savvy check. If you're looking inside.
Sure.
The lights are still on inside.
That's an 8.
8. That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Take a void point if you have room for them.
I do.
Other than like looking in, like you can see mining equipment, like vehicles with trailers that look like they're filled with some type of reddish looking rock in the back of the trailers and stuff. One of them's doors like hanging open. Just don't see anybody.
I turn around back to the group. I don't see anybody. There's some red rocks and some trucks. I think we're clear to go in, and I will start
So-
slowly moving in.
Hold on, so it's
Huh?
quiet. You don't see anybody,
Yes.
and it's good to go in.
No one's here.
Okay. I'm right behind you.
I will start slowly moving in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing like the kind of like the SWAT team like clearing room kind of stuff.
Nice. Yes, okay. I will take you guys to a new map. And you're not going to be able to see anything at first because I think I have the Fog of War on.
Yep.
It's dark.
This is gonna be funny. Let me grab your tokens. So I've got Andronima.
Funny, haha, or
Oh, it's always gonna be funny, haha. No, Noah. Then we've got Dawn, and I guess Manta and Dawn were leading the way inside.
Sounds about right.
And I'm gonna reveal some space to you guys of what you would see. I didn't get a chance to set up like dynamic lighting on this map, but I'm gonna try to set this up so where you guys can see.
Michael, by the way, I see my name, but didn't like.
Can you guys see that?
Oh, there we
Yes.
go.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you meant by dynamic. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, yeah, I did not get a chance to set up dynamic lighting for this. But, Manta, like, as you're coming in, Dawn, Manta did not see this, but you can see it right away. There, in front of, like, what looks to be kind of like a storage container, there is a dead body.
Okay, so Manta, you don't see the dead guy right now?
What?
Look.
Oh
look
my god!
right.
No, I didn't see that.
The good guy?
Guys, there's dead people.
shh. They may
Um,
still be here.
Cool.
No.
So I'm kind of just revealing everything you guys would see right now currently. So like that's the space that's opened up. It's a
I
large
say-
chamber that looks like it's a place where materials are brought and worked on or stored up and getting ready to like shipped up to the surface.
Mante, go over there and see what happened.
Well, we already found the people we were gonna find. Maybe we should just go and tell them what happened in here, and we don't need to touch all this stuff. This doesn't look like a good idea.
Maybe we can bring back the readings.
That's what we came here for.
I walked up to the body to see what's going on.
Okay, walking up to the body. Go ahead and make, I think the equivalent would be a like savvy check. Is it more based off of your perception and like an investigation type thing?
11 plus 3, so 14.
14 is a success. What exactly are you trying to discover?
I'm trying to see what killed this person. Like, was it like a gunshot, knife, animal?
Okay. There's two things that you find that's really odd about this. So near the neck, like up here, it looks like there's a massive pierced wound. And it looks like it's like infected with nasty yellowish pus. There's also another one on like the back of the other opposite shoulder that looks exactly the same. Like this greenish yellowish pus is just like leaking out of it. And when you further inspect and you go to kind of like look at the body is almost severed at the stomach area, as if something like almost like cut through it. It's still hanging on, but it's like something was like hacking on this thing.
Well, this doesn't look good.
It looks bad. There's like a puddle of blood everywhere, and the insides of this person are almost spilling out.
Yeah, I think we should maybe turn around.
I say we should still go in, see what happens.
Agreed.
We came for a job.
In fact, there's no the readings that we're looking for, would they be something that can be downloaded? Would it be on a computer somewhere?
We never really asked her.
Maybe
I'll
we should go
check
back and
the
tell her.
body and the pockets to see if there's a reader or something that would give me that information.
Sure.
We're doing this to ourselves.
You do find a holo card. You also see that when Manta kind of shifted the body, there was something in its hand. It looks like some kind of key card.
No one takes it.
And it looks like, strangely enough, it looks like as if there's a key card reader on that container. It's like right in front of where the body is.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are these rocks just red or are they glowing?
They appear to be just red.
Okay.
Imagine. Okay, I think I'm gonna say this the right way. It's like the rock that you use for like landscaping. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the red, really porous, has lots of divots in it. What do you call that rock? Is it lava rock? Is it?
I know what you're talking about though.
You know what I'm talking about? Like they use it for
Yes.
landscaping rock all the time. It's
Okay.
really light and porous. Looks like a bunch of that laying around.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna
No.
follow Noah.
Noah's gonna put his ear to the sides of the storage container to see if he can hear anything moving inside.
Okay, go ahead and make a savvy check.
All right, let me get my sheet up here.
We're not in the part that we all go one by one yet, right? We can all move around.
Yep, you can freely move.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's a 6 plus 2 is 8.
8. So take a void point. That's a failure.
My first void point.
Don't know. There you go. Finally. You hear nothing.
Seems empty to me. Noah will try to open the storage container with the card.
Okay. You slide kind of like the key card through the reader. It goes, and it goes, catch. You hear something release from inside, and the door just starts to go, just a couple inches, just opens. Looks like you have to like physically actually open this door up.
Noah has those headlight things, right, from the Outfitters?
Yeah, absolutely.
By moving the head around, can we kind of peek in the crack and see if there's anything in there?
Yeah. You turn the light on. You turn the light on, and you're going inside. You're shining out. You're looking with these lights as they're shining through, and you can see a bunch of like metallic crates that look to be locked with some kind of similar type key, all around inside here. And you catch this really shiny glimmer of something kind of on the ceiling, and you look really quickly, and there on top of the ceiling, upside down, is attached what looks to be a massive black chitinous scorpion type creature with two massive tails that seem to be dripping down, and there's some kind of weird ooze that is like leaking out of the edge of the stinger on each of these tails. And we're gonna pause right there as we go to Devlin. Devlin, you guys make your way to the vein that you guys were sent to, and you walk down a similar mine shaft from what the other crew did, and it opens up into an area where there's a couple more veins that split off from the main one that you're on, and there's this more open chamber that looks like you're not sure how they even got this thing in here. It must have folded up or something like that, but you're unsure of how it got here. But there is a massive, what is called a gem mech down here. And it looks like this. I'm going to show you a handout. Show to players, show to everyone. That's what it looks like. Are you able
That is awesome.
Are you able to see it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's just like standing in the middle of this massive chamber. Of course, there's like crates and other things like piled up around, a couple like metallic barrels, things that they would store materials in. This definitely does look aged. It looks like it's got patches of rust on it. It looks like some of the pieces may have fallen off of it. But it's just kind of like standing in the middle of this chamber. And
I'll take two.
You take two. But it looks like it's built specifically to kind of cut in and build these veins, and build larger chambers to where maybe they can do construction underground and build like these substations. You have a hint maybe at some point maybe they were thinking about putting an additional substation here, and then maybe they ran out of funds for it or just decided maybe this wasn't the right spot. You're not really sure.
Hey, E-Rock, you
Oh yeah.
you know how to pilot one of those things?
Usually the heavy machinery isn't my thing. I prefer the grader, man.
Gotcha. What about you, Ace, Rose?
You see Ace looks at Rose, and Rose just goes, and Ace is like, I could give it a try, but I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really dealt with anything like that.
No worries. Just one of those things that we can look at it later if we need to. We can start off small, look around, see if we find anything, take some readings. And if we start striking it, then maybe use that to kind of open up the area a little bit quicker for us while one person digs through and everyone else kind of sifts through what's coming out.
E-Rock kind of looks at you and is like, sounds like a good plan to me. I'm gonna keep on heading down this vein and see what we can find.
Sounds good. I'll go with you on this one. And then Ace and Rose, if you guys want to go down that one over there and just kind of have your sensors out and just kind of read the side and see if you pick up anything large or substantial before we start digging into anything. See if we can find something.
Yeah, Ace kind of like looks around. Who's got the reader? Who's got the?
You guys didn't get an extra one?
Oh, they said they said we were gonna get grouped up, so they wouldn't let us have one.
Gotcha. Well, I guess we're all gonna stick together then on this one. 'Cause I have a reader here, and tell you what, if you guys want, I'll let you guys use it if you guys know how.
Yeah, sure.
All you do is just flick it on, hold it over there for about 3 to 5 seconds, and it'll kind of tell you each area that you're going over, kind of what's in there. And
Okay.
it's pretty simple. Everything that's green is kind of good. Everything that's red is just stuff that is just common. We don't care about. Just normal mine shaft stuff.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take it. No problem.
And then we'll work on digging little holes throughout the walls, so that way you get better readings. You can go a little bit deeper as you go through.
Okay. Got it. Ace kind of takes the reading from you and heads in the direction of the like shaft that you were pointing to off of this little area. They turn on like their lights, because there were lights in this bigger chamber, but now that you're going into actual veins, like there's no light at all in here. Like they haven't like actually ran any lighting to these parts. So they're putting on their lights and they kind of disappear off to the side, and you and E-Rock are going in the one you were initially kind of assigned to. And you guys turn on your lights, start heading into this dark chamber illuminated by the lights of your headlamps. You don't have the meter, so you're just kind of walking along. Slowly through, gets darker and darker. There's some turns in the vein. It seems to turn. It seems to get tighter and tighter and tighter as you walk, till you and E-Rock are kind of like walking like really close together. And eventually you get to a spot where it looks like some recent mining has taken place. And it looks like, based off of the curvature and structure that you're around, it looks like people are like carving into it. It looks like things are opening up, and it looks like people are actually like mining this area.
But no one else is there right now.
You don't see anybody currently in this location. Looks like you were the only group assigned here.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I'd turn to E-Rock. You go to the right and I'll go to the left, and we'll kind of circle around, just kind of look up and down and see if anything catches your eye, just based on that. And then we'll dig a few holes after that, based on what we see, and then kind of dig some holes so when they bring the reader over here, we can get better readings of what's behind these walls.
Gotcha. So just a quick question, where'd you learn all this stuff? I mean, were you involved in some of this gem mining from a long ago?
Not really mining, but my planet was a mining. I was just a farmer, but several of my friends and everything else were miners, and I got to go down there with them, and they kind of showed me around from time to time, and just kind of picked it up. But no, I was mainly a farmer.
I've been getting kind of numb to it recently, but I tell you what, man, I lost quite a bit of my friends to the mines.
Yeah. Nope, those
hard.
cave-ins.
It's hard to keep climbing down into these things,
For sure. Nope, it's one of those things that brings back memories.
All right, well, let's see if we can find anything in this shithole. And he just keeps on kind of moving around. Back to the other group. Noah, you see this thing as you're peeking inside.
Me?
It looks like it sees you. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
I think we all know.
I'm going to show it to you. Let me see. I got to get it off of the GM screen here. Why isn't it letting me click on it? There we go. And I'm going to layer, and we're going to put it on token layer.
Oh, great.
And we'll hit Shift Z, and it doesn't make it too much bigger, but it looks like a massive double-tailed scorpion that is clinging its massive body to the top of the roof, like upside down on this storage container. I will allow you to go first in the initiative, since you're the first to actually notice it, because you used your lights.
So, as I mentioned, I was just kind of peeking in.
Yep.
Can I unpeek in and slam the door shut?
Sure, I'll let you slam the door shut. Sure. So all of a sudden,
Try to lock
peeking in, you guys all notice Noah just quickly pulls it out of his head and just goes and shuts the door.
And I'm trying to hold it shut.
Yeah, he puts his back up against it.
What are you doing?
There's a thing in there. I think it's what did that. And he points to the dead bodies.
Oh, yeah, let's keep that closed then. Yeah.
Technically,
We
we're
should go.
still in initiative, so Noah, you get to pick who goes next.
I will give it to Andromeda.
Oh boy, pulling on the responsibility here. I'm gonna look at Noah and say, yeah, we should go. Does the door look like locked or is it just closed now?
It's just currently closed. He hasn't locked it.
Okay, I'm gonna step up there and help him lock the door.
Are you going to grab the key card from him and
Yeah, I'll just.
Okay. you slide it through?
Keycard,
Okay.
please.
You slide it in, and it looks like it glows with like a red light and looks to be flashing locked.
I'm gonna step away the rest of my movement.
Okay. Yeah, you can quickly step away from the door.
I say,
Just
it's
realized
locked.
something.
Let's go. Yeah.
It was already shut and it was in there. So either there's another one or there's a hole in the top.
Well, we're gonna go. We're not gonna find out.
I think that's
We give that turn to Manta. You're smart, Manta. Let's go.
I also start to walk away from this place. I don't know how far I can move, so I'm just gonna move up to where Andromeda is.
Okay. Sure.
I'm just gonna stand there, just looking back over towards Dawn and Noah. Just be like, I'm holding the gun.
Am I close enough to know what happened?
You did not see, but you could hear Noah say there was something in there. And Geronimo locked the door, and then Noah's like, oh, it was already in there. There must be some other way in. I don't know.
Okay. So I see this old dead body on top. And I want to see what he has. Try to investigate. I don't know how far I could walk.
Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to investigate that body? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a savvy check on your turn.
What's my savvy is 12.
12, that's a success. Very similar to the other body. It's almost severed in two halves. It has one injection point near the neck that has a yellowish green pussy liquid that's oozing out of it.
No equipment, no cars, no nothing.
Hollow card. They would have a hollow card on it. This one has one of those mining readers that you guys were only assigned one is laying next to it. Currently looks like it's off, but it's laying there.
Alright, then that's what I can do. I did my action, my movement.
Yep. So I guess the only other person that can go right now is the Scorpion, which bursts out of the top of this this storage unit. But the good news for you guys is it had to use it's gonna use like most of its movement just to get kind of out of there. And it crawls down the side of these barrels and containers over here next to Noah. And he's going to make one attack against Noah.
No.
With his massive claw hand as he reaches out and tries to grab a hold of Noah. Does a 17 beat your defense rating?
Yes.
You're going to suffer... 6 points of damage.
I'm at 0.
You're at 0!
Oh,
Oh, no!
oh God!
As it clamps onto Noah, you hear him screech in pain as this massive claw just like reaches around like his waist and looks like it's squeezing, and you can see blood starting to ooze out of Noah's suit. And Noah seems to be going unconscious. Noah, as you go to 0, you need to make a body check for me, please. You can use a void point on it.
I'm going to. First roll is a 10 minus 2 is 8,
Oh
and a natural 1.
no! No! Ah! Noah goes unconscious in the grasp of this creature. But, Noah, I need you to do me a favor.
Roll a d6.
No, I need you to roll. Where is it? There's a special chart. Ah, here it is. I need you to roll a d20 for me.
Just playing d20, no modifiers, right?
Yes.
8.
8. For some reason, you feel like this wasn't supposed to be the real end of your story. For some reason, you see flashes of what your true death should have been. What you'd always hoped it should be. You're swimming through fire. You're doing like this freestyle stroke through flames that are just licking your arms, but you're not burning up. Smoke is pouring all around you, and you're coughing through the fire and the smoke. And you keep swimming. And you keep swimming. And you keep swimming. And we're going to pause it right there. So we got the 1 round of combat against this creature. Devlin, you're looking around in the darkness up here, and you just have this odd feeling that something horrible has happened.
Oh, I sense a disturbance. and I don't know. I feel like it's supposed to be something, but I don't know. And I just kind of go back to looking around.
Okay. Go back looking around. You can see that you can catch a couple like reflections of something in one of the corners over where it looks like somebody is mining previously. Might be something to explore with the cheese grater or something that you can kind of chip away at and see if you can make sense of it.
Yeah, I'll go over there with the cheese grater.
Okay. Yeah. No problems whatsoever. Cheese graters are pretty. They're built for this. Standard issue mining equipment as you kind of start buzzsawing through some of this stone. Do me a favor. Pick a number between 1 through 4. Tell me
4.
what it is. 4? Okay. You do find what seemed to be
a scorpion.
This massive claw just jets out of the wall and grabs you. No, you find a few gems that don't appear. They appear to be kind of like a goldish yellow kind of color. They don't seem to have any like innate glow to them, but they're like a little bit translucent. You're not too familiar with what kind of gem they are, but they don't look very rare. Let's just put it that way. Looks like you might be able to find a lot of these.
Gotcha. Then I would just kind of push them to the side behind me and then just kind of dig a little bit further in that same area.
Okay. Perfect. You do get to a part where you're kind of like moving over a little bit and you get to this one spot and it looks like there's a part that's been like carved out a little bit and then people just kind of like stopped working there. And you get there and you kind of discover why they stopped working there, because your cheese grater, which should be carving through this like no problem, is getting caught up. Like it's not able to move past this rock, this type of rock that you're getting to.
Hey, E-Rock. You
Yeah, he like turns off his cheese grater from going off into the corner.
Can you come over here real quick?
Oh, yeah. What'd you find? Did you find anything? Find some good stuff?
Try your grater on this right here.
Oh, yeah, you got it. He like just starts going, and it's just like sparks are shooting everywhere. It's like, oh, God, man, this thing usually just carves right through this stuff.
Yeah, have you ever seen anything like this?
He kind of looks closer. He's like, to be honest, I haven't.
Yeah, we might need to get Ace and Rose over here with that sensor. Maybe we can see what this is, and if it's something interesting, then we'll have to use that machinery to kind of open the path and bring it back here probably to open that up.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'll go get him.
All right. Did you see anything else over there that was interesting on your end?
Just a couple of these, and he's holding some of those like golden gems that you had before.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got a pile over there.
Yeah, I get these all the time. They're not really worth much.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll keep drilling around the other side. And then, yeah, when they get back, just let me know if I don't hear you.
Okay, you got it. He kind of gives you a nod and turns around and starts walking out that way. Back downstairs. Top of the round, you guys just witnessed Noah now his limp body in the grasp of this creature who's just kind of like whipping him around. And he's just loosely going like this.
Who's next?
We're at the top of the round, so I will say whoever is going to make an aggressive maneuver, whoever would like to make an aggressive maneuver first, go at it. Whoever would like to. You can start the round, Manta.
Well, Andromeda, you hear Manta say kind of like underneath his breath, just Noah, and just starts to run towards it, and I'm just gonna just fire the pistol as I'm running up to Noah.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
That's tech, right?
Tech, yes.
Okay, this isn't very good, but that's a 6, so 4.
4. Surprisingly enough, the bullet like does hit the creature, but deflects off its chitinous hide. And you're just like ping off of like something up in the rafters.
I'm just running up there. I'll fire. I'm assuming I can only fire once, so I fire, and then I'm just running straight towards Noah.
You got it. So who are you? Who's going to go next? Who are you picking to go next?
Dawn can go next.
Dawn, you're inspecting this body, and you heard a yelp, and you can see this creature with Noah in its grasp. Noah looks like he's unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna look that way. Look down, be like, can't leave him alone for 5 minutes. I'm gonna try to run behind the scorpion-looking thing. Take my staff and try to stab right behind it.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Make a, this will be a body attack.
Body. 9.
You slam it. It hits. But the impact just sends vibrations down the staff into your arms, and it just vibrates. It does not seem to do anything to the scorpion.
Alright, let's I'll give it to Andromeda.
Andromeda.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I did one death. So here it is. And I'm gonna hold my ass
Okay.
towards that thing as well.
Okay.
Booking it. And I'm gonna take out my little dagger and stab right at that thing.
Okay, go for it. Make a body
Creature.
attack. Here's what I will do for you, Andromeda. Because it is currently distracted by Dawn slamming it in the back, I will give you advantage on your attack.
I'm gonna.
'Cause you guys are melee flanking it right now.
Roll my sparkly glass die. And hope for the best. Don't fail me now, diachromatic glass. Oh, it did not. It's 18 plus my body, which makes it 20.
20, that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. I think it's a D4 for.
1d4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whole 4.
Whole 4, nice.
Yes.
You slam into it, you carve into it, and you can feel the blade sink into a gap in between this like chitinous armor that it has on its back, and you can see this like nasty green kind of blood seeping out from your attack wound as you peel the knife through, carving a piece off of the creature.
It's.
And Andronima, since you hit the creature, it immediately turns to face you. It's still holding Noah in its grasp. And it basically just takes Noah's body and just like slumps it to the ground. And one of its tails in the same motion comes down over its back and aims for like your shoulder area. It's going to attack you with one of its tails.
Shoulder area. Congratulations.
You dip out of the way, and the tail slams into the ground next to you.
Do I?
You do.
I have a very low.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. Not that low.
And it's just kind of like, you can see like it's like he's like weird mandible-like mouth, like sitting there like just staring at you with hatred and rage. Noah's body is bleeding next to you on the ground.
Tell if Noah is like breathing unconscious or if he's just like dead unconscious.
He looks limp and unconscious and bleeding profusely. You think if that scorpion would have held on to him any longer, he'd kind of look like the other bodies that you've seen.
He's the tape.
So, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Who's going to go first?
I will go first again.
Go for it.
I don't know if does shooting in melee have like any disadvantages or.
I will say no.
Okay, so I'm going to like kind of step.
I will
over-
say this: don't roll a 1.
Okay, I will step over Noah. Well, I can't promise that, but I will step over Noah to hopefully.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
get
You
in
go
the,
shoot
you
point
know-
blank. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, so.
yeah.
Hopefully they don't go after Noah again, and I'm going to fire the pistol once again. I'm going to use a void point. This time.
Oh, okay. Go for it. Yeah.
No, I rolled an 11 and a 4. Minus 2 on each, so I failed.
Oh no! With a void point, roll a d6.
Oh crap! I forgot about that. 2.
2. How many void points do you have?
Did I get a void point for missing?
Yes, you do get void points for missing
so
shots.
I
Yes.
have 2 left then.
Yeah. Anybody who misses an attack roll, you get a void point for that too, as well. Yeah.
Okay,
So you have
I
2?
would have 2 left. and
All
I rolled
right.
2.
Yep. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 12.
Oh, 12. You write down the same note that Devlin has.
When
you-
dream.
You look through someone else's eyes when you dream, when you try to
that
sleep.
makes sense for my other thing.
It does, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So real quick, if everyone gets that, we can all sleep at the same time because we'll all see each other sleeping. Sleepception.
Manta, during this process, like you walk up and you fire the shot and it misses again wide. You look down at the body of Noah laying right next to you, and there's this strange feeling that's come across you, and you remember that darkness that seemed to like overrun some of your vision and memories and things that you have seen. Something is just there's just a calling. A strange calling. Something is reaching out.
I will say to everybody that can hear me, something feels weird. And I will like give in to that calling.
Okay. Yeah, you seem to be kind of like almost like closing your eyes and trying to like focus on whatever this is like reaching out to you. Who would you like to go next?
Andromeda.
Andromeda, you're given the turn. This thing is staring right at you.
I'm gonna stare back. Say, you're big, you're annoying, and you're a bully, and I don't like you. So I'm gonna hit you again.
But you still have advantage because Dawn is still like intimidating you from the, or being like that intimidating presence behind.
Well, glass dice are not failing me at the moment. It is a 19 plus 2. So
Excellent.
21.
Yes, go ahead and roll damage for that attack.
I should have said reckless attack, but I forgot that we can do that.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
gonna
risky
be-
attack. Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
risky attack. I forgot about that too. Thanks for reminding me.
That's only gonna be a 2.
2 points of damage. Carving away at this thing. It's still there. You carve 2 big chunks off of it with the blade, and it's bleeding. You kind of carve some of the mandibles off the side of his mouth, and he looks like he screeches a little bit, and he's looking intently at you. Still got some life in him.
To me, I'm the snack here. Dawn.
Dawn, you're up, Dawn. Looks like Andromeda's carving into this thing.
Yes. Yeah. Good job, Andromeda. Sorry. Sorry. Got under my throat.
You're okay.
I'm gonna try to stab him again.
All
with my
right.
staff.
All right,
And
go
try
for
to
it.
go in between the, what do you call it, the stingers.
Okay, you got it.
God.
Yeah, you also make your attack with advantage because it's really, really pissed off at Andronema right now.
What's
Advantage to 2d20s and take the higher,
Oh.
and then add your body score to it.
Thank you. They're both 9, so 11.
11 is not enough to hurt it, unfortunately. It's pretty well armored, so the staff just kind of bounces off of its hard shell of flesh that you've got. It does turn around, though, and put its eyes back on you now. So it's kind of shifting its attention between you and Andronema. And now one of its tails whips towards you, Don. Unless you had something else that you could do.
Can I still move?
You can still move, yeah.
Because if I try to move, try to get him away from Noah. So if I move back a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
will he try to follow me?
We shall see.
Okay, I'm gonna move back a little bit and that's it.
I will see who he goes after. If you move away. He turns around and faces Andronema. And this another tail coming to Andronema, and actually because Manta is actually in melee range with it now, it's going to do a tail attack against Manta because it has 2 tails as well.
Excuse me?
Manta, it rolled a 2.
Oh yeah, that does.
So the tail, like, you duck and it slams into the metal storage container behind you. Andronema. 18 plus 2.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits?
Obviously.
Okay.
Obviously. I have
You-
a 10.
Oh, but I rolled very poorly on damage for you. You take 1 point of damage,
Alright.
Not
I'm
bad.
alive.
but I need you to make a body check for me.
Okay.
It's poisonous or venomous or whatever it's called.
I'm gonna use a void point. That was a
Okay.
5.
You can use a void point, sure.
That is a 12.
12 is enough to succeed. You can feel like something trying to pump into you, and your natural resistance of your body seems to hold up right now. Doesn't seem like it got a nice injection whenever it hit you with its tail. So we're gonna go back up after that turn. We're gonna go back up top side. Devlin, we return to you.
Who's
And-
merry and just mining away.
Just save little spot.
No monsters, no nothing.
So you are busy, and all of a sudden you get Erock brings Ace and Rose back with the reader, and Ace kind of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, sure, yeah. And what's up? I mean, we brought the reader."
Yeah, we got something interesting right over there. We can't cut through it, so we want to see what it's made of. If there's anything good in it, if we should keep going at it and bring in the heavy duty equipment, or if it turns out it's nothing, then we don't have to worry about digging through the vein to bring the machinery in here. So if you just go right over there where that flat portion is.
Oh yeah. Let me get the reader up, and he looks like he's fumbling over the buttons and stuff. Doesn't really look like he knows too much about what he's doing.
Yeah, you just click the button on the left there first.
Oh yeah. It's just
Yep.
these things are so finicky. I just.
Well, this is a
Okay.
different model than probably what you're used to.
Yeah. I mean, these are older.
Yeah. And then you just click the switch on the right.
Oh yeah, this one.
Yep.
Oh yeah, got it. Okay.
And then just hold the trigger.
Okay, got it. Okay. There's some static on the screen a little bit. It's like there's a strange reading that comes up. This stone has like, it's strange because it doesn't, it's like going between a couple of different types, and it seems like the reading is you're not getting an accurate reading. Like, it's confused. It doesn't know what this is.
Oh, that must be it's probably something I've seen this before. It's nothing too crazy, but it is valuable. They use this now that I've seen something like this before. If I remember, they used it for some sort of processor because of its toughness or something like that. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking this might be the stone that they're talking about that has like the extra power in it and everything else, but I'm not going to alert them to it.
Okay.
I'm like, we should probably go ahead and bring the machinery in here and clear the way and go ahead and get that out, because that will get us a little bit, good chunk of change.
Do you think that machinery is going to work? Oh, before we go on, here's what I'd like you to do. Since you're technically kind of lying to them about what you're really thinking, I want you to make a savvy check, but I'm going to give you advantage because of your experience and how they kind of trust you and see you as the leader of this little group. I'm going to give you advantage on it.
All right.
All right?
Don't fail on me now. Yes, 15 and 19.
15. Okay, you seem to be a good liar when it comes to this. Keep hiding what you're really thinking. It's like, I mean, you sure we're going to be able to get that heavy machinery back here? I mean, we're going to have to clear out a little bit of more of a path, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's definitely going to take a little bit of work. But this is all we're mining right now. And this, just from experience, I remember like we would need truckloads of this to even equal what we're going to get for that, and depending on its size and everything else. And who knows, maybe we can run it back to Crix and they'll give us some new equipment or something like that, or bring in some extra teams.
Do you think Crix already knows about this? Maybe we should just go now and go talk to him about it. I mean, they had most of it like revealed, right?
Yeah, if you guys want to run back, and then we can try and get the machine up and running and then start working on it while you guys run back, and then two of us will work on it and start clearing this path.
Yeah, sure. Are you staying?
Yeah, I'll stay here and I'll operate the machine.
Okay. It looks like you see Ace and Rose kind of like look at each other, and they're like, then Ace kind of looks at you and is, I really, we kind of both want to stay. You think E-Rock's okay to go? E-Rock, are you kind of good to go yourself? And E-Rock kind of looks at you. He looks like he's contemplating, but kind of looking at you for maybe your guidance on it too. And he's, I mean, I guess I can, but
I'm like, yeah, no worries. Don't worry, you get a cut of this. I already got your name on it and everything else.
okay,
But
that's cool.
Yeah, if hey Ace, Rose, if you guys want to go work on the other end, because once I get this machine up, I'm gonna start on this end, and then that way you guys can use the cheese graters on the other side, and even just whittle it away from the other side, and I'll whittle it from this side with the heavy machinery. That way you're not in the blast.
Yeah. Anything. I mean, I don't want to be in danger of a cave-in or anything like that. But that sounds good.
No, you'll be fine. And I'll kind of wait for them to leave and kind of turn to E-Rock and be like, something odd about these two.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of getting that vibe too.
Go back to Crix.
Okay.
And tell them what we found, but also let them know that the Ace and Rose, they seem odd, and to just check their background a little bit.
Got it. I can do that. Just be careful running that thing down here.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just going to work on it little by little. Nothing heavy, nothing large.
All right. I'll be back as soon as I can. And he turns around and starts walking back out of the vein.
After that, I just get all giddy and excited to hop in this machine.
You got it. And you start climbing up. It's got like metal ladders like attached to like the legs where you go from one ladder to the other and you're starting to like climb up into where the cockpit of this thing is. While you're doing that, we're going to zoom back to the other group who are currently in turmoil and disarray down in Sector 4, being jumped by a massive scorpion with two tails. Manta, Andromeda, or Dawn, who would like to go first? I'll give you guys.
Let me go first.
Dawn wants
to get him away. Yeah, I go first.
Dawn's gonna go first. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I did the first time. I'm gonna run behind it and try to stab him to get his attention.
Okay. You got it. Make your attack. I'm gonna give you advantage because of the flanking.
19 plus 2, 21.
You hit. That one does damage. You can roll your damage die. It'd be a D4.
Oh, I haven't used that one yet. Hold on. 3.
3 points of damage. Nice hit. It whips its head around and claws and turns completely around to face you, Dawn.
I used to look at him, stare at him, and I'll give it to Andromeda.
Andromeda. Its attention seems to be on Dawn as you're just getting up from dodging one of its tails that slammed onto the ground. Or actually, no, you got hit. It was
I got hit.
You got hit. Manta got lucky. Manta was able to dodge out of the way. What are you gonna do?
Just gonna look at Manta and just say, get his body out of here. And do a little nice circle over there if possible. Can I move through where Manta is standing?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay. I'll just do a nice little circle over there.
Mm-hmm.
Me Dawn, say hi friend. And then I shall try and hit this guy with something.
Okay.
Oh goodness gracious. That's
You do have advantage.
Okay, so let me roll that just in case it's better. It's not better.
Oh no.
But it's okay. No, it's not bad. It's only a 14.
That still hits.
Yeah,
You beat his defense rating, so you hit. You can roll your damage.
Oh, I forgot the other attack again.
Oh, the risky attack. Yeah. I forget it every time too.
I was like, full
It's probably a
on,
good thing that
I
I forget, right?
Yeah, you know what? Don't remember it, Michael. It's fine. I am gonna deal a whole points of 4 damage.
4? 4 points of damage.
4.
Okay, Andronima, as you kind of move around behind Manta, you jump up, and with the blade, you slice, with one slice, one of its back tails completely off. And you hear this thing start to screech, and as it turns around, it goes to try to grab you out of the air with its claw, and you push down its claw just slight enough to just reach over with the blade and drive it right down between its eyes into its face. And it goes, and then just starts like skittering around rapidly, and then throws you off its back and just kind of tilts over onto its side and shrivels up into a mass. You killed it.
And all we did was lose Noah.
Let's go. That's what we're gonna do. Let's pick up Noah and let's go.
Yeah, 1 out of 4 people not bad.
Did somebody turn Noah's token upside down? So Manta, are you hearing what? And did you hear what Andronima just said? Are you able to hear that, or are you just still trying to focus on whatever this is?
Yeah, probably not. I'm probably just kind of like just standing there like zoning out at this point.
Okay. As you're zoning out, Manta, out of this dark void that you can see in front of you, you can see stars kind of on your periphery, but you see this vast black hole. Nothing but darkness. Then there's a strange flicker of light coming from directly in the center of it. And you can hear these strange staticky whispers. Coming from this strange speck of light. It seems to be growing, and it looks as if it's coming towards you. What do you do, Manta?
I reach out towards it and see if I can like touch this.
Okay, you're reaching out. Okay, so in your head you're seeing this and you're visualizing this. The rest of you have no idea what Manta's doing right now. And Andronima, like, you just watch this hulking scorpion fall to the ground. You're like nursing your wound. Dawn is sweating and in fear because the thing was almost about ready to chase him and maul him.
Fear.
And
I don't know about fear.
all of a sudden, Manta's just reaching out into nothing. You can see just this mask. And he's reaching out, and all of a sudden, you start to see a purple glow start to build up in the palm of his hand as he's reaching out. And that purple glow begins to grow, and you guys are all now being kind of engulfed in a little bit of purple light that's resonating out of Manta's hand. And you can start to hear these strange whispers, like consuming your headspace.
I go up to Manta and slap in her face, like, wake up! See what
You slap him, and like his mask like completely, it just goes back into his normal state, and you can feel like some kind of energy happening from the end of his hand, and this purple light seems to almost coalesce into kind of like the shape of like a cat's eye in front of him. And then Manta reaches out his other hand, and he kind of grabs both sides of this purple light, and he starts to pull on both sides, and you can see this blackness start to open up in front of him as he is opening up some kind of fabric within this space to a new reality or some kind of portal or something. And Manta, while you're doing this, you see this glowing red, yellow-orange light just heading straight to you. And you feel, as you're reaching out in your hand, you feel something grasp your hand. What do you do?
All I say is help.
You just say help?
Help.
Okay.
So you
One
got
word.
As you say help, you feel a tug. As you feel this hand pull you. And the rest of you, Dawn and Andronima, you witness this red glow, orange glow, bright as fire, seems to come out of the portal, engulf Manta, and pull Manta in. And then in a split second, in silence and an absence of purple light, Manta is gone. But standing in his place is Noah.
I'm confused. Our Noah?
You're Noah. Noah, you see your corpse laying just 5 feet away from you on the ground. You see the creature that killed you laying there. You see Andronima, you see Dawn. They look stunned. They look shocked.
Do I have memories of what just happened?
Yes. You remember it all.
I feel for the place where I was struck by this creature. Do I feel any scars, holes?
Nothing. You feel perfectly
see
fine.
My body there.
You do see your body there.
I look at Andromeda. Am I real?
I think you are. I think you were just pulled from another universe. This one. Holy crap.
How?
Manta opened space. Like, literally open space. There's a giant hole, and there's purple light, and then there's red light, and then there's other light coming through, and then he reached up forward, and then there's a switch black, and then he was not here anymore. But you are.
I'm supposed to be dead.
You're not. I'm gonna give him a hug.
You embrace Noah. Yep.
And
He's there. He's
meanwhile-
physical. You hug him.
And meanwhile she hugs him. Meanwhile she hugs him, I walk into Noah's dead body and loot him. Look at the stuff.
Noah would his body laying there, like your new body, does not have anything on it. So currently your old body has all your stuff. So you watch Dawn as Dawn's going kind of going through your stuff.
Noah's too in shock to really do anything about it at this point.
So
Makes a mental note, like, we'll check in on that later.
Like I pick up the stuff and I just walk up to Noah and I'll give it to him. Like, here you go, buddy. You lost something.
I feel like I've lost more than something.
All we did was lose Manta, but I have no idea what happened.
Manta might have just switched places with you. I've always had this theory that there's like other universes out there.
No, I think Manta went into the AI mode and connected to this little key card that we have here. Now we call this little key card Manta. That's what I'm
Very
going with.
far-fetched theory. Manta wasn't an IE. You know that was a joke, right?
Sorry. No.
Yeah, it was totally a
It
joke.
was never
It's not.
proven.
Yes, it was. He took his mask off. We saw his face. And he looked normal and stuff, and he had skin and stuff. Holy crap. Can we just hold on? can we just backtrack a little bit? Like, we just saw space and time open up, and we saw Noah's spirit or body or whatever, something, get, like, dragged energy out of there.
I
Chill with
say we're used to Inge, so we should pick up Noah's dead body, take him with us, and show it to Dev, and then we'll see what he thinks.
I think we should
Really
leave
mean.
here now.
Yeah. No, I agree with leaving here now.
Yeah, sure. We'll talk about Manta in the Omen.
Noah,
Also,
look
Dev.
kind of where he is. Does he see any remnants of Manta at all?
Nothing. Completely gone.
Remember, Manta?
Yeah, he does. He does remember Manta. Yeah. The memory of Manta still exists. It just the physicality of Manta is no longer with you.
Noah will, as we're walking out, pick up a bit of dirt from where he is and just put it in his pocket.
Okay.
Wait, we should still look for the thing that we can't hope for. We're not gonna leave and not do the job.
Let's go. Fine. We'll find that thing later.
Tom still wants to do the job. He's like, let's do it.
Money's money.
But we gotta tell, like, I don't think we should tell
Maybe.
everybody, but we gotta tell Dev at the very least what happened. I don't think we should tell anybody else, though. We should tell them that, like, maybe he died or something, but we shouldn't tell them about all the space-time thing opening up and rifts and stuff, because no one's gonna believe us. No one believes me if I tell them stuff like that.
Gonna see two of me.
Now if we leave the body here, or we hide the
Sure.
body.
Could it be my twin?
Yeah, they'll make up something to explain this logically. Nobody's gonna believe us.
Alright, I guess we should go find Dev. See what he thinks. He missed it. He missed the whole thing. That's what he gets for being a little.
He was a smart one.
Had to find those nice
Yeah.
words. to
We
say.
should listen to him more.
Mm-hmm.
But now, we don't even know if he's still alive.
I think I need a new job.
Me, you alive.
Hazard
Came back
pay.
from the dead.
Hazard pay. As you guys are collecting yourselves, we'll go back up to Dev, who is climbed up into this piece of machinery. To get it to work, you have to make a tech roll to see if you can get this thing to fire up and get to do what you want it to do.
I am going to use a void point.
Okay.
So I need. Where's the other one? No, this is the good. I think this is the good luck one. I got a 12 and 13 with my bonus.
Okay, that's a success. So you kind of fire this machinery up. Now it is older. It's an older device. You can see that there's outdated technology in here, but you've seen some of this stuff, like for example, like the OMEN is outdated technology. Pretty much everything now is nothing is new. It's all outdated. So you're kind of going through, but this is a little bit on the older side. You're able to get the functions going. This thing fires up. And you can see all the computers, kind of the lights flashing, everything comes to life, and you're able to kind of grab a hold of the controls and move this thing around. What are you doing with it?
I'm going around and I go ahead and I find like the little CD player and I click it on and 80s rock comes on.
There
and
you
I'm
go.
just, like jamming out, and I'm just like, man, those fools going down there. I bet you they're freaking out by some tectonic shifts or something. They're probably running away all scared just by a few rocks falling. Here I am in this machine, just gonna go ahead and chip away.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, you're going. You're kind of chipping away. You have to basically, in order to get back to where you guys were, you have to make the tunnel bigger to get this machine, this massive mech, to go back there. So it is going to take some work. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to take some time.
half the time.
Half the time. That's right. Roll a d6 for me.
That one was bad. Let's go with this one. 3.
3. So it's going to take about 3 hours to do this work. Okay.
Works for me.
All right.
And then I'm going to be doing that, and then I'm going to be keeping an eye. The reason I kind of sent them down there was so that way I could keep them enclosed down there until I hear back from E-Rock and Crix. So if we need to, we can kind of cave them in until we get whatever we need.
Okay, so you're kind of carving up there. You're being careful not to. You're watching for how the rocks are kind of breaking as you're moving through, and of course you kind of tunnel the ceiling a little bit. So you're watching for any kind of areas that are going to be more likely to cave in or cause a cave in. You're being real cautious about it and moving your way through. I'm going to ask you to make an additional tech check for me to see how well you navigate using this mech to carve out a bigger tunnel.
13.
13 is a success. So you're able to keep on moving. Like I said, it's going to take you about 3 hours of time to do this. In the meantime, you're kind of keeping an eye on the Rose and Ace back in the back. The rest of you, you've decided that you want to return and you guys want to go to Devlin. Is that what you guys want to do?
That's the plan, right?
That's the plan? Okay. So I'm going to kind of expedite things a little bit. You guys can get up to Devlin. It'll take probably about between getting the elevator ride up and stuff and heading back that mine shaft to where he's been assigned. Probably take you about an hour to do that. Devlin, while you're working, you're keeping an eye back behind you, and you see before E-Rock returns, you see more individuals coming down the shaft towards your location.
At this point in time, I'll kind of take the rocks and I'll kind of jam into the side of one of them to kind of cave, not a big cave in, but put some sizable boulders to kind of block the path. So that way I don't know if they're coming to assist like Ace and them. I don't know who they are. So I'm just going to do that so it jams it. So that way I can take the time, turn around and assess the situation, and then I can break it up later.
Okay. Did you guys bring the body? Okay. So as you get closer and you do this, you turn around after you kind of caved it in a little bit just to hide what you were doing. You look out the side of the mech and you can see it's your companions. One of them has a slumped up figure like over its shoulder.
What are you guys doing down here? And who's that?
First of all, you mean
Look,
up here?
Let me guess. You guys went down there and probably some rocks went and you guys tripped and fell. And I bet you that's probably like Manta right there. He probably slipped and fell and hit his head, didn't he? You dummies. I told you not to go down there.
That didn't happen. We got attacked by a scorpion, and then space and time rift opened up on Manta decided to open space and time, and then
You're not supposed to tell people. You're yelling too loud. Everybody's gonna hear you.
nobody's gonna hear me. Only Dev's gonna hear me.
All of a sudden, you see two individuals walk out of another mind, and you see a male individual say, "What? Rift in space and time? What are you talking about? What's going on?"
Wrong thing.
I say I should have listened to you, and I hold up the head of old Noah.
Yeah, it's Noah's face.
Did Manta change his face?
Yes, and he went to bed.
Oh, so he's asleep. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, for now that's what we're going with. But we should go to the OMEN and have a little chat. Yes.
Well, I can't right now. We're on something real big right now.
That male individual that's standing next to, he really can't right now. He's I mean, we're on to something really big.
Too bad.
And we can't stop. And he looks at you, Deb, and he's like, look, we can't stop. We got to keep on going.
No, I got this. Trust me. We're not. I'll be like, guys, remember we left the station. We wanted to come down here for a fresh start and new opportunity. And so this is one of those things, one of those opportunities that we were talking about, like trying to not be completely obvious by saying, I think I found something.
So I'm gonna walk up to Dev and I'm gonna whisper to him, like, you remember Manta? Do you know Manta?
Yeah, he's right there.
Not anymore. We should go have a little talk.
You can sense the concern in Don's voice.
Now, buddy. Let's go.
Well,
Have you ever seen the episode of Alien RPG, episode 1?
Amazing.
He just went there.
oh man, that was good. Look, I don't know what's going on, but trust me, I have something big. Let me get through this, and it's going to take me like 2 more hours to get through this. We're going to have something large, and I'll be back in probably about 4 hours. Plus, we have a lot of work that's going to come our way, depending on what happens here.
Well, I give up, Noah. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna give Dev a very long stare. The entire time we're talking, I'm just gonna be like,
I don't know what happened. I told you guys not to go down there. You can give me the rundown of why Manta's sleeping later. Like, I need to get this done. And then is E-Rock and Crix here?
E-Rock is not back yet.
Okay, I thought you said 2 people came up.
No, it was Rose and Ace that have approached. And Ace is...
Rock.
Well, no, I thought you were hiding where you were working from everybody, and they were behind, so they would have been kind of like out.
Oh,
where
I
they
was
are.
trying to pave in the pathway so they can't get out. 'cause I
Oh, I'm
wasn't
sorry.
sure.
I misunderstood. I misunderstood what you said. I apologize. But no,
That
I mean, it looks as if, like, Ace is adamant that you keep working. And, like, you guys all get the vibe that, like, Ace is now, like, he's got this very, like, relieved sense about him now that he sees that Dev has kind of said he wants to stay and do this work.
We're not getting anywhere. We need to go back to the ship. We'll see you when we get back there.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, I can take this stick I have and knock him out, and we'll go pick him up, and we'll have 2 bodies.
oh, so many bodies to carry.
Too many witnesses.
Yeah.
Or I could take a stick and knock out the witnesses.
We don't have enough sticks.
True.
And we don't know what they're equipped with.
Yeah.
All right.
And we don't care about them enough.
Very awkward conversation to have right next to them.
Ace is kind of like looking back and forth between you guys. Are they talking about us?
Yes.
Yeah.
please.
No.
He takes
They,
a couple steps back.
I start taking out my knife and tossing up and down.
Look, I'll catch up with you guys back on the Omen. Ace, Rose, go back down to the pathway over there, and we'll get back to it, and we'll get this cleared so we can get back there.
Sure. We'll take care of it.
And then as they walk away, I'll turn back to them and go, guys, I think this is the stone that we are looking for, and these guys are clearly here for it. And we have the station looking into them, so this could be a huge jackpot for us. Not only can we steal a piece of the stone, but we can turn these guys in and get more work on top of the work that we got from Maroney.
Maroney.
What's the-
Maroney.
Maroney.
Yeah, that sounds like a good
Um,
idea, but how you gonna explain Manta's stuff?
But you keep saying Manta's death.
Because Manta
Yes.
is dead.
Uh-huh. So how about now we go to the OMEN and have that little chat?
All right, I'm torn here. Because on one hand, I get that, and we should go back and talk about it. But on the other, we're throwing away an entire opportunity.
That's true.
It's a couple of hours. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be
Yeah.
fine. All right.
Oh,
We made
we
it
have
to-
eyes watching this.
But ultimately, when you guys go back, if you see Crix, the insect-looking guy, or E-Rock, let them know that the couple are acting very strange and are very interested in what we found.
Got that?
All
I
right,
guess
so
we should go back.
so you guys are headed back to the Omen, and Devlin's gonna stay. Okay.
Great idea.
That's what you guys are gonna do? Okay. So you guys make your way back up the elevator. You guys would have known who Crix is because when you came up to ask where Devlin was, Crix would have gave you the directions there. But you did not notice him talking to anyone, or you didn't notice him like having like any consultation or anything like that. So you're not really sure who this E-Rock guy is, but you would pass E-Rock on your way back. Like it looks like he's headed back to see Devlin as you guys are making your way. You guys go up the elevator with Maroney, back out. And as you're heading out to the Omen, you notice that coming in the landing bay area, there is another vessel that is coming in for a landing. And it is setting down near the Omen, not directly next to it, but near it, on one of the big massive landing pad that's out there. Looks to be equivalent, maybe a little bigger than the Omen, but not too much. It looks like kind of like a, an easy way to move about space with this vessel. And it sets down beside the Omen, and you guys notice that the side of it is there is a company name on the side of it that says Mors Corp, M-O-R-S Corp. And that's where we're going to end this episode of Omen.
WTF.
Right?
Well, this episode got spicy, everybody. That was
So many
good.
questions.
I got.
Hmm.
Well done, Manta. Well done.
Oh man.
So much happened this episode, everybody. There's a lot going on.
I thought the death was gonna shock me, but
The ending put the stamp
Yep.
on the exclamation point, right?
mm-hmm.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys. Those of you who got a chance to tune into this live, we're so glad that you got a chance to watch this chaos tonight. We are going to have we'll be off for the next 2 weeks, then we'll be back on, I think our next date is November 15th, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
November 15th, we'll be live here again for episode 6 of Omen, in which we will introduce a new guest. So make sure you guys jump in. The way that we're doing Omen is we're going to have a guest star join us for, a handful of sessions and then make an exit and then have a new guest star so we can have everybody get a chance to play this Death in Space RPG. So it'd be a good time. Derek, you were awesome, man.
Thanks for having me. It was
Thanks.
a lot of fun.
Thanks for doing it, and I love the exit scene. It worked out really good. We'll have to see if we run across paths with Manta again in the future. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Have a good night, everybody.